think mental health doesn't get spoken about enough, especially with men. Keep your chin up, go and have a beer, pull yourself together. And it's quite a serious topic that affects a lot of people, and a lot of people decide to take their own lives, which is a crying shame, really. So in this video, it's from an interview I revisited with Gallahers Green and Mick, who unfortunately was in Afghanistan and has had part of his leg amputated after standing on an IED. And we talk about mental health, and hopefully if it just helps one person not to take their lives, then we've done our job. And if you're in a low point, go and talk to someone. There's people to help you out there, and it's never as bad as you think. Anyway, please enjoy
There's guys themselves that have to be positive and show people there's a good life out there, and you can enjoy yourself and have the good things in life.
Yeah, and I think that's the message. If anyone's at their lowest point right now, and we've all been there for whatever reason, keep on, don't give up, no surrender, I think is the message.
No surrender.
Keep on going, because you could just keep improving, and even I think it's very sad that we still live in a world where there's lots of young men who decide to take their lives for whatever reason.
Yes. It's scary, Kirk. Like, just before I left the RAF, I'm not sure if we touched on this in our last interview, but my role was kind of like the welfare point of contact. Yeah. And once we'd broken down the barriers of rank, if you like, and position, boys and girls would come in and chat, and sometimes they would have to be directed down that route of mental health support. And the military was getting better at it.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
still a long way to go, but there's still a lot of lads that they just, from day one, were told, be a man, cowboy up, have a beer, you'll be fine.
Don't get me started.
Yeah, because that's what I went through. I went through the whole mental health process, and I was on the happy pills, and what I was told by some people very close to me was like, "What's wrong with you? You look fine. You're all right. Just have a beer. Have a beer."
Yeah, and that's the trouble. You look fine, and normally sometimes it's the most happiest people are the most unhappiest, isn't it? Because you're putting a face on for the outside world, but inside you're dying.
Yeah, one of the guys came to me and they came back and they said after they didn't want to take pills. They're like, "Oh, I don't want to take pills." Like Mick just coined that very well. It's another tool in the toolbox. You take up. It's just getting your balances right.
Yeah,
because there's obviously an imbalance. It's just like chemicals. It's like a little chemistry set, and once it's all fixed up, you know where you stand, and you've got little tools and ways to deal with stuff in your arsenal. Both it could be medication or just your own personal coping mechanisms. But one of the kids came in and said, "Oh, I'm on 20 milligrams of sertraline," and I thought, fuck me, I was on 200 milligrams, which is the highest dose. I was like, oh, yeah.
You're playing at it.
Yeah, but it's talking about it. Like, even now, somebody listening to this might go, yeah, I'm feeling a bit.
Yeah.
So a family member or a mate might be going, what's wrong with you? You're not yourself. And they might not even, I didn't even recognize what was wrong with me.
No, I know that.
It was my wife that said, like, you need to sort your life out.
Yeah.
And it was a long process. It wasn't an easy fix, but got to talk about it because I don't know if you've seen it. It's on BBC iPlayer. Carl Frampton, the boxer from Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
Do you remember him?
Yeah.
He's done it. It's an hour-long program. I'd advise anyone to go away and watch it. BBC iPlayer. It's about male suicide, and he's just interviewing people. And out of all the UK countries, Northern Ireland's got the worst record of it. I don't know if it's a legacy of the Troubles or what, but he tackles it, and it's very much all about what we're talking about, the male. You can't do this. You got to be a man. Don't cry. Don't show emotion. Keep it all inside.
Yeah.
Which until we stop doing that, and blokes are able, boys and girls, anybody's able to come forward and just go, I'm struggling here. And they put their hand up, and there's somebody to go, it's all right. We'll sort you out.
Yeah.
Because taking their life it's just so final, and for anyone to leave behind, it just leaves questions for the rest of their lives. What could I have done? What could I have said?
Yeah,
no one gets any answers.
I think someone said you know, on that, like suicide, you're doing it to get rid of the pain, but actually all you're doing is pass that pain on to someone else. And you just
especially kids.
Yeah, it's awful, man. It's awful.
Yeah.
I know it's not. It's might be depressing, but we're talking about it because I think it just I think it fits into what's happened with the likes of Mick and those low points. I mean, because that could happen to you, and you go, "What's the point of living anymore? I've lost part of my leg. I might as well die."
Definitely. One thing I'd like to say is that you said no surrender. We need to change that, because John can only say that to half his people in Northern Ireland. He might get battered for the other half.
Yes, yeah.
Say no surrender. We'll think of another call. We'll think of another catch.
Yeah. Especially you being a Celtic fan, Mick.
True. Yeah. Well, you know what I mean. Don't don't give up. That's what I mean. There's no giving up. There's no surrender. It's carry on. And
I'm happy with no surrender.
I wasn't trying to be political in any way. And
no.
You know what I mean?
I didn't think you would notice that, but that's a Scottish-Irish thing, I think.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You see, I don't even know about teams and all, because I don't even follow football. I've got not a clue. Do you know what I mean?
We used to have these rows that we make when we were drunk about what's best, Irish or Scotch whiskey. Do you remember? And neither of us ever drank whiskey. We're like arguing about anything.
I know, it's bullshit, isn't it? My wife will tell you Irish whiskey. She prefers Irish whiskey to Scottish whiskey. I can't drink any of it because it gives me heartburn. So there you go.
It kills me. I was sick on it once, and that's it. The smell of it just makes me want to.
But if you go abroad or you go anywhere, I used to work for a Mexican company. You go, oh, whiskey. I think everyone drinks whiskey in the UK. You're like, I don't drink it, mate. Oh, you all drink whiskey. I'm like, I don't drink whiskey. I drink beer. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll stick to the Peroni.
Peroni. Yeah, Peroni and brown M&Ms.
That was my rider. Yeah.
And you got the brown M&Ms.
I did. Yeah.
We did buy Peroni, but by the time you got here, I think I was like, "Where's the Peroni gone?" So
smoking Eskimos who drank it. I'm
drank
sure it was
everything.
them.
I tell you what, they drank some beer. My wheelie bin after Dougie Fest was empty before we started, and at the end of it, it's completely full. Yeah. And it's just got emptied this week. Couldn't get any more in it.
Yeah.
That's what you call a good session, isn't it?
It was absolutely amazing. Just magic. Just a good laugh, and no pretenses. Nobody was up themselves. Apart from me with my brown M&Ms.
Which was a joke. Which was a joke, but we did it. I believe that whoever that band was originally did the brown M&Ms. It was to check that the producer or who was doing the gig had read the contract.
Like so, yeah.
Yeah, I forget which band it was now. I don't know. Name a band, and that's why they put it on there, to make sure that whoever was doing it had read the contract. That's all that was all about.
Yeah.
So, Kev B, mental health is a terrible thing, not physical, but the brain is so complex. So I think we should sort of start wrapping it up now, but I think we should try and finish on a positive note, because we've been quite depressive then, won't we? So I think.
Well, don't play any of our songs because they're quite depressing. So.
No, they're not.
Maybe play something a bit more upbeat.
No, well, what we'll do this. I'll probably get copyright, but you'll have to okay it on YouTube. We've got to end with Memphis, haven't we? We've got to end the show in Memphis, haven't we? Really?
That was me hinting for you to play a song.
That was me. You know what I mean? And I've got all the movements and everything for it. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
I've got it. So, is there anything you want to add? Anything you want to say before we play the track and let you get on with your evening?
Well, just thanks again. And if there's anyone out there that does feel a bit, if they're down or suffering, just speak out. There's no stigma in it. There help's out there. And we're all here for you. So you've got two charities: is the RAF Benevolent Fund, and what's the dog one called? Bravehound. Bravehound. I like that. It's got to be Scottish. Is that a Scottish one? Yeah, Scottish one. Bravehound. And on the top of the kennel, it's got freedom. That's when they get adopted. Yeah. I know. Yeah, I've got it. Anything for you, John, before we go? Just basically keeping on with the mental health thing. The whole reason a lot of our songs exist was that cathartic release. When I started writing again was because I was going through those dark times. And like I say, I'm joking about our songs being depressing, but there's all sorts in there, all aspects of the human condition. If someone can listen to a song, like I know Mick likes a song off the first album called The Price, which is a little acoustic folky number. Which about losing my best mate. If you listen to our stuff, there might be something in there, and if you like it and it helps you, that then we've done our job. That's brilliant. That's absolutely wonderful.